Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Asma. I am an international medical graduate and I'm working as a specialty registrar in the NHS. Today this video is about making of NHS CV. Making a CV is very essential, but unfortunately, because we have not been trained in these skills, I have seen people making a lot of mistakes, and it just makes a very first wrong impression. So in this video, my aim is to give you a template to go through each and every heading and make it so simple that you can do it in few minutes. I will provide the CV template to the subscribers who can message me on the Facebook, and the links are as below. As we all know that CV is your first step in the job application, and it represents basically your self in front of the employer and the consultants. So it should be very clear representative of you. It should be very clear, very honest, and actually very easy to understand. So let's get started. First of all, need to write your name. That's your first heading is about your personal profile. So how I have written is first heading should be your name, followed by your address, email address, telephone number, and if you have your GMC registration and visa status, you can also ignore if you still are in the process, but it is good if you have to write it there and then. Now moving to the second heading, which is a personal summary and career objective. I would say that you write like really brief description of what you are doing right now. CV is always reverse chronological order, so you need to state that presently you're working as a middle grade or a senior house officer in this specialty, and you have finished your house job program, which was a structured program through various surgical and medical specialties, and during your career you have achieved capabilities and competencies in these procedures and these kind of management. You can also include your training year if you are in a postgraduate training or if you have completed. Now I have kept a very general statement for your career objective. I think it can fit for any role. So feel free to write, my career objective is to secure a responsible role in the NHS, to fully utilize my training and skills while making a significant contribution to well-being of my patients. So I think it covers from junior doctors to the senior to any level, and it shouldn't be a big deal. Let's move to the third heading, which is statutory registration. So if you have GMC registration, your IELTS, OET, and your own country's registration, you can enumerate as I have done in a box. Moving to professional qualification, just make a simple box with the degree, date, and location. The same principle, keep it in reverse chronological order. Now your essential training, it is very important for your consultant and the employers to know if you have done basic life training and advanced life training. So write the date and details and validity of these certificates. Now I come to the practical skills, and I want to spend a few minutes in practical skills. I have divided it into procedures as well as administrative skills. In procedures, feel free to write what you can do independently. Also, you can highlight the things that you have observed or you have done under assistance, or you can do under supervision. This does not have to be an elaborative list, but this gives a very fair and clear idea of what your capabilities are. For example, I have written about IV cannulation, blood sampling, interpretation of blood gases, lumbar puncture, basic life support, and then in advanced procedure, if you want to write intubation, umbilical catheterization. I have also then written a few points about administrative skills. I think these skills, they go hand in hand while our everyday work, so it is good to separately enumerate them. For example, basic IT skills, basic communication skills, and then understanding of audit, motivation for teaching. So this is how I have written. Now move to employment history. For employment history, again, reverse chronological order, your recent first, what grade you're working, what are your role and what are your responsibilities, and also if there have been, don't forget to write your achievements. Here in the description I have used some job description about a senior house officer post in the NHS. It basically describes that you are able to clerk the patient, you are able to see the patient with the consultants, you are able to do the communication skills, assess them, make the discharge letters, communication and everything. So I think it's a good representative of how our day-to-day life works. If you're working as a registrar or senior post, you can definitely add your relative experiences. Then you have to write whatever post you have worked so far. Once it finishes, then do give the details of your conferences, courses and CBD that you have attended. Enumerate them, write the subject, date and venue. Same goes for your teaching and presentations and posters. Now I come to quality improvement projects. So I have kept it very general. It could be audit, it could be other QIPs. So because it is done in different countries in different ways, it's not necessary that you have to write it in a table. It's better to write it in a description of what was your objective and how you have met, what processes you have done and what has led to the improvements. The last two headings are about your hobbies, interests and then the references. So for hobbies and interest, it's good for your employer to know that you have some extracurricular downtown activities which you can relax yourself and relate yourself to. And also most of the time in references we write that they would be provided once requested. So that summarizes the CV. And just to give you an insight of this template, I have developed this template just to make it very clear that what consultant takes home after seeing your CV is that what level of registration and qualification you are, what capabilities as a doctor you have done, and what procedures you are able to perform, under what level is it, independent or under supervision. So, and also how far you are in getting the process of visa and GMC. As well as your basic life courses. So these basic things are very important takeaway message for your employer to basically grade how far and how well you are prepared for the job. I hope the CV template helps you, and I wish you all the best, and bye.